Okay, today I'm going to be showing you where the best locations for carrots and potatoes are and how to tame a high-level Equus. So I live in the northeast part of the map, just down here. About north from my base there's a little pond with plenty of trees, so you could definitely build a base down here. There's a few hollows. Here's some actually potatoes right here. They're called Savoroot. If you can get Savoroot seeds if you want to plant them yourself. And these are the carrots. They are along the edge of this small pond. There's one other place where you can find both those, and I'll be showing you both of them today. But there are also carrots on this side of the pond. You know, you just gotta cut down some of these trees and you can see just where all of them are. They're just about everywhere around this pond. That box there actually just has a whole bunch of thatch and wood in it from trees that I'd cut down here earlier, but all these trees have respawned since. So these are the potatoes. I'm just gonna fill up on these and the carrots. Just go down here. Okay, so you'll start hearing that, and then you look over the side. These carrots are called Rockarrot, and you can get seeds for them if you want to plant them by yourself, you know, in a small, medium, or large crop plot, which is also good if you don't make trips on here. But I'm going to put it in my very last spot. Equus are passive tame, so I have to put their taming food in the last spot in my inventory, and just walk up to them and feed it to them. I'm going to fly up, show you where I am. I'm just south of the beach. Okay, so here's a little river. There's also a cave around here I want to show you. Well, it's not like a cave, it's more like a cubby. I think it's this. Oh, maybe it's not. You can probably walk in there, but I can't fly in there. Actually, I think there's crystal in there. So you can find crystal in there. I'm gonna find this cubby hole real quick. It's a decent cave. You could definitely build a base there. It's a very large area, which I'll show you here in a second. I think it's right here. Yes, it is. I'm gonna fly in here real quick. It's big enough to fit a wyvern, so you can store extra wyverns in there. You can even build a base in here. It's pretty big. Yeah, it's also got metal, so you know you'd be set. It's got a little water space. I mean, you'd be pretty set down here. You got water. Go out and get food. Only problem is that aloes and gigas spawn around this area, so I mean, you just gotta be careful. I'm lucky enough that a giga isn't around here, so just by these ruins. Just past these ruins over this hill, there is another set of ruins. It's a small plot of land. It's a pretty big area. There are potatoes and carrots here. See, I'm getting some Savoroot from these bushes. They have very large leaves, and they're taller than most of the bushes. For berries, and then there are also carrots here too, so that's also very good. So you could definitely build a base in that little cubby hole, you know, journey over here, grab some carrots and potatoes if you wanted to make some like special soups for boosting or whatever. I've actually never explored all of the soups. I've made a decent amount. Here's what these look like. They're pretty large. I mean, of course, I'm crouched right now, but when I'm standing fully up, they're pretty big too. Okay, I took a bit of a cut there because I was going to search for some Equus, and I found two main herds just close to where we were. Found a high level 130 in one, the farthest herd, and then I found a high level 140, and the max level is 150, but I couldn't find a 150, so I figured I'd go for this 140, since my previous Equus died, and it was only like a level 90 when I first got it. I figured I should make this video because in my egg stealing video, I never explained how to tame an Equus, so I figured I should now. So the herd is, where is it? Oh wait, I think I passed it. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so the other herd was where I was flying towards, but this is the right herd right here. There's 4 horses right here. I think it's one of the white ones, I think. Or it's one of the brighter ones. Not that one. Is it this one? No, only 15. Oh, it's this one. Up on this hill right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what you're gonna do, run up and it'll say press Y, and then you look at it and it'll say ride, and then you press Y again. If you look in the bottom right, it'll say effectiveness 100%, and then plus half of the levels that the level of this creature already is, minus a level, because you can't get a perfect tame, so this is a level 140. And even though it says 100%, I won't get 70 levels, I'll only get 69 off of this, which is still pretty good. I'll end up with a 209 overall, so that's pretty good. So right now my taming is at 31%, and it's gonna get caught on my wyvern. There we go. So it'll stop in the middle of nowhere, and it'll start kicking, and in the bottom right, that icon will start flashing, and it'll say press Y again to feed and calm the horse. And so you just press Y every time that starts flashing. If you press Y anytime that it doesn't flash, you will get off your horse, and it will not completely restart it, but it will slowly drain your taming bar. So say I'm at 31, or say I'm at 44, sorry, and I get off and let it run for 5 minutes, it'll probably lose like half of that taming until I catch it. So then you have to feed it again, or let it calm down, and then you run up to it and feed it again, and then you hop on it again and then start over. But the effectiveness will also go down, so you won't get as many levels as you would if you had completed it the first time. So you just got to be very careful with when you press Y. Let's see, there we go. I wouldn't really worry about boxing one of these in, you know, to tame them, so that way they can't run into predators or whatever. In this area, I mean, unless there's a giga or something, I wouldn't worry too much about it. They usually stay within the same area. See, I've pretty much stayed within the same area. They won't go running, you know, miles and miles usually. They'll usually run straight for a little bit and then turn around. But oh, and my horse caught on a rock, which I guess is good. I can just kind of sit here, wait for it to let me feed it, and then that'll be good. Okay, so if you see that horse turning, that was actually me turning the horse. So you can, there we go. So you can affect the horse in very small amounts. I mean, like you won't make you won't make a huge change in the direction it goes, but you can make a small amount. So like whenever you see my turn without the horse turning it or whatever, that's me actually trying to edge it towards the direction. And that is how you tame a high level Equus. It's pretty simple. For my egg stealing video, I'd probably recommend a lower level one. You know, because you're probably gonna leave it like close to the trench, or at least I did. Well, you also see how that went. It killed my horse, so you're definitely going to be careful. I'm sure you can find out some pretty cool names. There's a app called Dodo Dex for Ark Survival. It's got all your creatures on there. You just put in Equus, and then it'll give you a bunch of like categories. So the Equus actually has 2 attacks. It has the back kick and the front like bite or head throw. The head throw can also harvest berries, so you can harvest narco berries for narcotics and stuff like that. And berries for stimulant. The bite, as you can see, does that to a galley, but a galley is too fast for my horse to catch, so I'll practice the knockout on this Pteranodon. I don't know what level it is, so hopefully it'll knock it out. Okay, well, you get the point. It does a high amount of torpor. That was probably just a high level Pteranodon. But in my egg stealing video, you could actually see the second time I tamed my Pteranodon, I used this to knock it out, and it only took 3 hits for a level 45, I think it was, to knock it out. But if you're gonna knock out a Pteranodon, I definitely recommend putting a bolo on it, especially if it's a higher level. If it's a low, like level 15 to 20. Or maybe like even 30, you could probably just knock it out without it flying away. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. And on Xbox, to pick up with most flyers, it is left trigger. Oh, and my X only. To pick up with most flyers, it is left trigger. But for a wyvern, since left trigger is shooting the fire, lightning, or poison balls, in order to pick something up, you must press the right stick into the controller. You have to press it down, and your wyvern will do a swipe and pick it up. So I'm going to fly this back to my base real quick. And once I get there, I'll take a little bit of a cut, and then I'll show you some of the stats. And yeah. Oh, hit a bit of a lag spike there. Oh, accidentally shot a fireball. Okay, hello again. I took a bit of a cut there to land my wyvern and get my Equus all set up. This is about how fast the Equus. This is as fast as the Equus gets, unless you put, movement speed in. These are the stats for my Equus. Health is a bit lower than my other one, but the stamina and the melee are much higher. Melee damage is good for knocking things out, but sabers, galleys, and megaloceros, I think, are also faster than the Equus, so you can get one of those. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this has been Taming an Equus.